Okay, today we're going to talk about monetary policy problem. So we know that monetary policy is the process of changing the money supply to alter interest rates and then stabilize the economy from either inflation or recession problems. Okay. Well, we have two main problems that stem from these constant changes in monetary policy. And really, both of them revolve around expansionary monetary policy. So if you look at problem number one, we call it the quantity theory of money. And, and this is the idea that when the Federal Reserve continues to put more money in the economy, so we increase the money supply on a consistent basis, which is typically what's happening in our economy from year to year to year. We put more money in the economy. That tends to lead to inflation. And we know that inflation has its own drawbacks in hurting the economy. So our Federal Reserve is constantly causing inflation in our economy. And at the same time, a lot of times we view that, you know, increase in prices in the economy as almost a type of artificial growth, which is not very realistic that our economy is actually growing. And a concept or a term that goes along with this quantity theory of money, that we put more money in the economy, it causes inflation, is a term that we call money neutrality. And money neutrality is, by definition, when we have increases in the money supply, they're going to lead to an equal same percent increase in prices. So if we're constantly putting, 1 to 2% more money in the economy every year, we should see a 1 to 2% greater increase in prices from year to year to year as well. And that's really where our expectation of 1 to 3% inflation on an annual basis is coming from. The fact that the Federal Reserve puts more money in the economy and that pushes up our prices. And it seems as if our economy is growing, but really it's just an artificial growth that is taking place. It's not real growth. Our second problem with monetary policy is that when the Federal Reserve continues to increase the money supply, there are groups of people that are going to expect inflation to start to happen. And so when individuals and businesses fully anticipate that the money supply is going to increase and inflation is going to happen, we start to make adjustments to that, which results in greater prices, like we talked about with the quantity theory of money. But what we end up with is no change in output at all. When both businesses and consumers make adjustments because we're expecting inflation, we make those adjustments which cause inflation to happen, but we won't end up actually producing more or buying more stuff in the economy because we're preparing for inflation to happen. So anytime we see a problem that talks about businesses or individuals fully anticipating a change in inflation or a change in the money supply, just know that that anticipation will cause inflation to happen, but we're going to do it without actually changing GDP output at all.